Hi, I'm Deborah Johnson with High Stakes Communication. In this video, I'm going to talk about stereotypes. And if you don't fit the stereotype of an attorney, what do you do? Well, the first thing to know is that our brains are built to do this. Really, our brain doesn't want to waste time and it doesn't want to waste storage. And so it builds these little condensations. It builds these little pictures of things. So after you've had a lot of exposure to doctors, you sort of have an idea in your head of what a doctor should look like or what a doctor should be like. Well, it's the same with you attorneys. People have ideas in their heads about what an attorney should look like or act like. And that's really just our brains doing what they're supposed to do. It's this little shortcut. So when somebody says attorney, bam, a picture will jump into their head. Now, you're never going to know what anybody's stereotype is, but if you tend to run counter to stereotype, that is, if you might be female, you might be very young, you might be very tall, you might be a minority. There are all kinds of things that you can be that wouldn't be the stereotype of an attorney. That's great. We need people who are running counter to type. But what you need to know is that you need to bridge that gap. So people build trust so that people can trust you if you're not sort of who they think you should be. So there are three things. Let me tell you those. One is to first of all recognize. So if you're running counter to type, that's great. Just know that you're not going to fit their picture. Number two, figure out an effective way to deal with it. Just know that it's your job to handle this, to help build that trust, to help bridge that gap. And the third thing is seize this as an opportunity. So if you're young, talk about what that brings. If you're a minority, talk about what that advantage is. If you're female, talk about what that advantage is. So wherever it is that you don't fit the type, that's a great opportunity to help people understand how you can really serve them and how they can trust you. This is based on an article that I wrote for an Attorney at Law magazine. And if you'd like to read the article, there's a link down here. You can click and read the whole article. Please feel free to pass this along to anyone that you know that might be interested. I always appreciate that. And I'm Deborah Johnson, High Stakes Communication. Thanks.